Very bold. I'd definitely suggest that's a move if he were behind or perhaps at level, given the substantial lead. Something more conservative may be desirable. Revote is an interesting option. 37 points, quite tricky to see. Revote Jake, Ta, and Ed from N4. Quite like that. Quite difficult to see. Looking for other options. Evo in the same place as Revote. Same tiles actually, just without the R, the T, and the E. Lots of medium scoring moves. John might be emphasising defence. Not only has got a lead, it's got quite a closed board, which may well open in time, but he could be able to control it for most of the rest, in fact, if not all of the rest of the game. There's obviously an R to play onto, but that's quite restrictive. So it's in John's interest to keep it closed and not do something like Rove, which is quite volatile. Although I think it's got a lot of merit, although not many players would play Rove and Jake. It just gives the one shot, because it can take it out with the next move. It's a Trove. He's gone for Evo. Does give the Jake hook.
29.
Jake, Y, and S. Of course, the Y's have gone. There's only one S, one blank, so it's not that bad. Does leave bonus potential, so if Ian were to open up, John might be able to come back with his own bonus, although the two R's might preempt that. Very strong position for John.
Okay,
very quick play there from Zap. Yeah, fair enough. Can't argue with that. Yeah, quite like Zap. Fairly obvious play, I think. And not only does it score, it helps him save time. I think he was down to 13 minutes, so time gainer as well as a points gainer. And John's got a nice lead, but the problem is no opportunity to score, and he certainly doesn't want to open. What's his lead? His lead keeps changing. Let's look at the board. Let's look at mine. I make it 65-point lead. He's gone for Rami. Yeah. Blows the E, which might have been useful, but if he keeps it closed, he should be in a very strong position. Okay, quite a lot of mileage here in getting the S, largely luck to be able to play Jake's and open up. Well, at least from Ian's point of view. If your John would take it to score, regardless of it opening up, like 10 tiles. In fact, scoring opportunities for both have almost dried up. Something like VAR would be ideal if there were a 80-point lead rather than an 80-point deficit. So I'd be surprised if he plays VAR. Ian might be advised to hope for an 8-letter word ending in R and work towards that somehow. He could keep OVE for over, that 4-letter word, and then ending it in 4-letter start and then ending in. Now that's very surprising to me. Almost seems to be shooting himself in the foot, although that space is so large it will eventually have to open up somehow. I'm very surprised he played VAR given the deficit. Ideal with a lead. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. It's left quite a decent lead, but nowhere to do anything with it. John, meanwhile, nice lead and a very nice board to have such lead on, but unfortunately can't score very much, at least not without opening up the board. Suggest play as many tiles as he can. In a way it's a race to the S, which should seal the game. In fact, even a blank might seal the game with any sort of scoring to Jake's. John may just have to avoid 2 bonuses, which seems actually impossible. Yeah, according to Quackle, the highest scoring move is 14 for Go. It doesn't give a bonus away, but it does give the OB hook. So, shouldn't do that. I'm sure he won't. Ooh and Ode and Oi, it's possible. Leaves a bit constantly leave. Perhaps Gun, Ono, and Go, leaving Toner. So if Ian opens up, he can make use of it with Toner. I quite like that one. Gun, Ono, Go. He's gone for Unt, not unreasonably. Extra tile played hastens the game to an end. No chance of picking up the S1 flank. Slight problem could be that it's very constantly peaked, but there's plenty of tiles left. 4 E's, 3 A's. Should be fine. I agree with that. And in fact, he's picked very well on it. Ian is in deep trouble here.
Jaked. Yeah. Would do.
Okay, Ian's gone for Fared and water point Jaked. He has to be bold, but in this case, it's no good. Well, Jake is no good, obviously Fared is fine. If he was in any reasonable doubt, it's a perfectly reasonable move. I suspect he thought it was no good, and he's just chancing it. Not so much chancing that John wouldn't challenge, chancing that he's misremembered it being incorrect. Now, in most cases, that's almost a free turn because the board is so restrictive. John's going to score very little on the next turn, so it's less of a loss to miss a turn at this point than it might be on a tip board. Ironically, John would have much preferred Ian to open. He's obviously sitting with a bonus and nowhere to put it. Right. Options here. Probably won't take the Jake Sook at this moment because that's going to sit there. It's only takeable with the blank, which presumably Ian doesn't have and isn't going to get, at least not soon. With 21, oh, he has taken it. Okay, okay. Putting the A as last tile.
37.
Not unreasonably. That will leave 15 in the bag. It does give an opportunity, albeit a very faint one, of Ian bonusing twice. Although it would take a miracle, probably something onto the G and then John to falsely block. So it must be very winning. Some people would delay, kept the S, but given the score difference and the tiles in the bag, certainly not good.
31.
Okay, I think Ian's moved fat, but it's pretty much conceded the game. He's just trying to get spread down at the point, I think. Okay, as far as I can see, a lead of 87, 6 in the bag. You've still got to be careful, John. Ideally, he'd want to play something like wah, ape, and wag, but of course, wah is not a word. Just to score. Again, it's a very restricted board. So it does want to open up.
411 324. Yeah, 411 324. Yeah.
Still a blank unseen, as far as John's seen, so he still has to be very careful. And Ian still has one opportunity to open up, so I take back what I say about Fat. He doesn't completely given up in the game. Something like Ta and Ape seems quite weak, but John doesn't need to score much to score his way out here. He just has to watch the way Ian could potentially open up and keep bonus potential. Um, 4 minutes 40 odd left. Plenty of time to work this out. Very little score available though. I would suggest tag 8. Apart from anything else, it stops Ian scoring there. Ian will probably need to outscore John a few times. So yeah, I'd go with tag. I like tap. That's my favourite move, and John's going with it. Horrible lead, obviously, the W and the U, but it doesn't really matter as long as he can. The C's worth keeping actually. It's a good blocker. If Ian opens up, the C would be excellent for blocking. Now Ian has to open up here.